This is a presentation on multiplying fractions by Mathematically Marcia. When adding and subtracting fractions, we had to get a common denominator. However, with multiplying fractions, this is not the case. You just multiply the numerators together and you multiply the denominators together. So 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. That would be 3/8. Now, one thing we did look at when we were adding and subtracting is checking our final answer to see if we needed to reduce. With multiplying, you can go ahead and reduce first or start canceling is the correct word we use. If you look here in this numerator, you have a 2. In the denominator, you have a 4. These can both be divided by 2. And that would make this 2 and make this 1. And then now that we've canceled everything that we can, we'll multiply our numerators. 1 times 1 is 1. The denominators, 2 times 3 is 6. If you do all of the canceling you can ahead of time, your final answer will already be in simplest form and you won't need to reduce anymore. It is still a good idea to check it and make sure just in case you did miss something. Okay, our next example. See here we have a 7 and a 7. So both of those can be divided by 7 and reduced to 1. And then the 6 and the 8 can both be divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And now that we've reduced everything we can, multiply the numerators, we get 3. Multiply the denominators, and you get 4. So 3/4. Okay, now multiplying 3 numbers. You can do, with fractions, you can multiply as many numbers as you like at one time by using fractions. And when we go to cancel, any number on the top can cancel with any number on the bottom. So if you look at the 6, it has a common factor with 3 and it has a common factor with 4. Let's go ahead and do it with the 3 first. So 3 and 6 can both be divided by 3. That makes this a 1, and that makes the 6 a 2. Now, we can't use the 6 again. It's crossed off. It's gone forever. We can use the 2 with the 4. Those can both be divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And we still have this 2 here with that 2. Those can both be divided by 2. That becomes 1. That becomes 1. Okay, now all we have left that's not crossed off is the 7. Everything else is down to a 1. So multiply your numerators. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. Denominators, 1 times 1 times 7 is 7. So that is 1/7. Okay, let's start looking again for things that can be canceled. Here we have a 3 and a 3. Both be divided by 3 to get 1. And then we have a 2. On bottom we have an 8 or a 4 that's divisible by 2. It really does not matter which one you pick. It'll be the same end result. But you cannot do both. You got to pick one. So let's go ahead and pick the 8. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now, you cannot cancel these 4's here because they're both in the denominator. You can only cancel a numerator or top number with the denominator or bottom number. All right, so now let's multiply our numerators, and we get 1. Multiply your denominators. 4 times 1 is 16. All right, when you have a whole number here, we can make it a fraction by putting it over 1. Make the denominator 1. That doesn't change the value of the number. It just makes it look like a fraction like everything else. So now let's start looking for things we can cancel. We have the 2's here. You can make both of those 1's. And then we have the 3's. You can make both of those 1. Notice we've canceled, and all we have left on the numerator is 1. All we have left in the denominator is 1. And 1 over 1 simplifies to 1. So when you have a final answer over 1, don't ever leave it over 1. Go ahead and take that denominator out. Okay, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button below. Also share your comments or questions or requests for future videos. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.